everyone, it is week 2 of the December reading vlog where I try to read, get to 200 books by the end of the year. So to recap, I did finish 3 books last week and got most of the way through 2 more and then part of the way through another one. So this week I'm going to try to read 7 books in the week for sure. Priority number 1, A Portrait in Shadow. I'm 57 pages in out of like 400 something. Priority number 2, Scythe, to be able to take it back to the little free library after I'm done reading it. Priority number 3, The Bloodless Princes. I'm going to try to read this literally today. It's a really short book. It's less than 300 pages. And it is Monday night. I am halfway through The Bloodless Princes. I only read it for my breaks at work, and I'm still only halfway through because it's not a long book. But it is definitely really good, better than the first one, I think, and it has this adorable dragon cat. Anyway, and then I went to my bestie's house, and on my way there, I actually finished my current audiobook as well. So I have now read 80 books. So I think if I even just read 5 more this week, that still puts me at 185. So that's not too bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, it is Thursday night. I've been so bad about updating this vlog. Shame on me. It's just that my work week is so not interesting. I mean, my work is interesting, but I can't talk about my work on a video. So basically my work week pretty much consists of like waking up. Sometimes I have a little bit of time to read, sometimes I don't. Starting work, getting done with work, and then like making some food or reading a book or hanging out with friends or whatever I'm doing. And it's not until the weekend that I actually do other things. So anyway, so I am only halfway through Scythe. I only got to about page 200 during my break today, and I did, however, finish another audiobook last night, which is so random. So that was Pick the Lock by A.S. King. If you can see, Horatio is laying down waiting for his second dinner. It's not time for his second dinner yet, but he is a cat and so he's impatient. So anyway, I'm going to try to do my very best to read the rest of Scythe tonight and tomorrow, and then over the weekend I'm going to try to read a couple other books that I'm in the middle of. So first priority is to read the second half of Scythe by the end of Friday, in the hopes of basically just finishing it by then, because I'm really not enjoying it and I really need to just read it. Secondly, we have A Portrait in Shadow, which I'm still less than 100 pages into. I was really kind of saving it for the weekend. On Saturday, I am selling art at a market, so I'm going to read this while I'm there during any lulls in the action, I guess. Riku is excited to read it. I also need to show you guys this really cool reading journal I got. I got it with basically every quarter my work gives us credits for basically how much we can get stuff on Amazon up to that amount. So I got this reading journal, and obviously there's some stuff that I wish reading journals had, like a new releases page and stuff like that. That'd be really fun. But this one has some really cool stuff. It has like stuff you can write reviews in. It has lists of books to read and books you like want to read and stuff like that. And I really like that because I'm someone who writes down my all my stuff like that in just a normal notebook, and I feel really silly and disorganized doing it. Okay, so just now, I was not able to get this on film, but Horatio, who's sitting up there, he totally saw this cat in the game scratching this thing, and he started scratching the tree. Like, that was funny as heck. I wish I had gotten that on video. It's Friday and I DNF'd Scythe halfway through. I was not enjoying it at all, for several reasons, which you'll hear about in my wrap up anyway. So the rest of today and tomorrow are going to be spent trying to finish up the week by at least finishing A Portrait in Shadow. Today was a long day, let me tell you. So I had an art market to sell my art at until about 5, and then I went straight from there to my siblings' house so that we could exchange some Christmas gifts, because we both are traveling across the country for Christmas, and typically we like to, since we do happen to live in the same area, we just go ahead and exchange our gifts before we leave. So that's one less gift that we actually have to take there with us. And so one of my gifts from them is this hat that they knitted. And then from there, I went straight to my husband's gig tonight. Now, I barely read any more of A Portrait in Shadow. I read maybe less than 60 pages, I want to say. And then, which is still honestly pretty good considering the really busy day that I had. I did, however, get like a good third of the way through an audiobook with how much driving I did. So to recap, this week I finished The Bloodless Princess. I DNF'd Scythe, but I read half of it. I'm just going to count it as read. I am halfway through A Portrait in Shadow, and I did also finish an audiobook. And so I still have 16 books left to read before I can get to 200 books.